I was short counting.
Yeah, that was very short.
See, we're laughing.
Uh-huh.
As normal.
We did
Hello and welcome, everybody. We are Sides of Amusement and / everyone else.
Yeah.
Does everybody want to introduce yourselves?
It'll take forever.
Starting with the one that's not looking at the screen.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
I don't need to introduce myself. I'm always on here, Shazz.
Steve.
Lewis.
Hi, Disney Lou.
I'm Alex, the historian.
You're pointing at him.
Disney Magic Zack.
I'm Kris from LMG Vids. I didn't know we're doing such short introductions.
Yeah, we're done.
Yep. And see you guys.
And that's it for the show. See you guys. Bye.
Yeah.
It does look probably like the Brady Bunch today.
It does.
So, yeah, we are packed to the gills today. It's good. Am I the maid in the middle?
Yeah, you're Alice. Yeah.
We're Hollywood Squares. You're Center Square.
Yeah.
Wait, does that make Alex Charles Nelson Riley?
You're right. Yeah.
Yes.
No,
I
it
know
was
who that
Paul
is.
Lind.
Even better.
I didn't introduce myself. I am Jason. And we are here to do another ride-through video. Anybody want to explain what we're doing?
Sure.
No? Okay, great. Your video.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's your video.
It's not my video, it's Sam's video.
No, it's your channel.
Okay, so we're going to be doing a ride through of the lovely train at Disneyland Paris.
Why is it lovely?
Well, it's not that lovely. It's okay. It's better than Disney World,
Thanks.
which is not a very high bar.
Thanks.
To be honest.
Yikes.
So we're all going to love this.
It does have a lovely view of Big Thunder Mountain, though, which is probably the best bit. But I won't
Which is the
spoil
best
it.
bit. And Disney World.
Whose video are we using?
Shazz's partner on her channel did this video.
Oh, okay,
It's
perfect.
newer than yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what was it, Chris, last time you went?
Yeah, last time I went was in 2019.
Oh, it's definitely newer than that.
And it was
Should have
closed,
asked it.
right? Or something?
Yeah, but
Yeah, it was closed. So then the
That was close.
only recording I have of it is 2017,
Which,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
is really old. That was when they that was before they did the refurb of their engines, so they're all like rusty. They look really bad.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm glad we're not using your video.
Well, if I had thought, I could have got her to ride it today, but it was really cold, so I don't think she would have wanted to sit on it for the 15, 20 minutes.
No.
It does the Disneyland Paris, do they have the different cars like Disneyland does, where you can sit?
No, not
facing,
really. No,
They all face one direction, or
no, you just face one way.
are they all facing in or straight forward, or
Or,
Disneyland Paris is a really weird thing. You're all facing each. Well, you're all
Yeah.
facing each other, and then they have a door, and they force you to sit there, and then they close the door, and then you just sit there with some other people very silently, very awkwardly staring into their faces.
It's a U-shaped bench when
Yeah.
you go in there. So you could face each other, you could face outward, of the thing. So it's a U-shaped bench that you sit
It's
around.
kind of like
Yeah, but then
a
there's a-
jungle cruise boat.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
a Jungle Cruise boat.
But
Yeah.
you each have your own department, basically.
Compartment.
Compartment. Yeah, compartment.
the shipping department?
Yeah.
The loafing department. Yes.
we're not selling it.
Not really, yeah. Actually, I will say the Disneyland Paris Railroad is my second favorite Disney railroad. My first, of course, would be the original Disneyland Railroad. I think that's just the most scenic, most beautiful Disney railroad.
I'm surprised
there
you
is.
don't love Hong Kong Disneyland's version because their trains are totally real.
Yeah, it's great sarcasm, Chris. So Disneyland Paris Railroad is it's almost as good as Disneyland's. There's still some scenery to see. There is still beautiful scenery, but there is quite a bit of the railroad that is just
Trees.
going through groves of trees, essentially. So, but I would still say the worst, in my opinion, is the Walt Disney World Railroad. There's nothing to see there.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome, Lewis.
So,
Well,
Alex,
well,
since you
I'm going to add something on to Alex's thing as well, just real quick. Like, Disneyland Paris's railroad also has the system where they read little markers in the ground, so they know exactly when to play each audio segment as the train's going along. Disney World's railroad is the only Disney railroad that doesn't have this system. So if the train goes too fast, they can keep playing the sound into the station. Or if they go too slow, then you can have like up to a minute to 2 minutes of just awkward silence, which doesn't happen in Disneyland Paris.
Now, does Disneyland Paris have the same style locomotives that Disneyland does?
Identical copies.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
identical. Okay.
So, according to what I was able to find out, is that Hugh Phillips Engineering of Great Britain literally made a copy of the CK Holiday, and then they turned that copy into 3 other copies.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
And then after that, and then unfortunately, Hugh Phillips went defunct in 1992. And then what happened to? Okay, so there, and then somebody else took over the engineering, or I should say the car or the rolling stock locomotive refurb for the Disneyland Railroad, and it's a company called Severn Lamb, who is also located in Great Britain, and they built the last locomotive, which is called the Eureka, in 1993, and ever since, Severn Lamb has had the contract for locomotive maintenance at Disneyland Paris Resort.
Oh.
Mm.
So, 'cause-
See, I did my homework this time.
yeah. I saw you had notes to the side. So.
I did. I had my notes, and I make sure I got my notes right.
Because what was the one with the was it Disney World that has the larger scaled locomotive?
Slightly
Yeah.
larger.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's really weird because the narrow gauge track is still at 3 feet or 36 inches in, what do you call it? Center line rail. It's 36 inches. And it's the same in DLP. It's the same in DLRA. It's the same pretty much everywhere they have the narrow gauge setup. But again, it's, you know how we were talking about, it's a 5/8 scale. 5/8 scale at DLP and at DLRA. It's a little bit bigger at WDW, but that's it.
Yeah, I would say at Walt Disney World, their railroad is not even attached to a scale. You know, like they don't scale it. You know, so because the engines originally were built full scale, if you will, full size, because they were real engines that were operated on the Yucatan. And when they converted it for Disney World, they just kind of slapped decorations on them, made them look like they're vintage locomotives from even before the 1920s. And the cars that they pull, the what do you call them in the UK, wagons? You know, yeah, those cars they were taken from the blueprints of the excursion train at Disneyland in Anaheim. And then what they did was they added 2 more rows to lengthen it. And then they added an extra, I think, 8 inches to the height of it. So that way people didn't hit their heads on the way in and out like they do at Disneyland. And so that train, it doesn't really stick to a specific scale. So I would just say it's full size, but it's on a narrow gauge track. And then, you know, Disneyland Railroad sticks very strictly to scale. And then Disneyland Paris Railroad, they've actually stuck with the scale. They've stuck with 5/8 as their scale, but they've made some accommodations, like the cabs of the locomotives are a little bit taller, so engineers don't have to stoop down when they get in. Yeah. And
I remember that at Disneyland.
Everything else. Yeah, and what's really cool too, the cars that pull the passengers, on Disneyland Paris Rail Road, their blueprints came from the original Retlaw 1 cars from Disneyland, but the interiors were completely done differently, so that way it was, like I said, it's like a U-shaped bench seat. I think there's about 5 compartments in one car alone that's like that, and it just makes it easier for people to get in and out, easier in comparison to Disneyland's Retlaw 1 cars.
Now, did Bob Gurr design those, or?
I mean, you could say technically he did, because he's the one that designed, the original Retlaw 1 cars, but but he was not directly involved with Disneyland Paris's train. They just took some of the blueprints.
When did Bob Gurr leave the company again?
It was in I want to say 1980. I think when they fired
that's what I
him.
was thinking. He left like before Disneyland Paris opened.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But also Tokyo Disneyland, they run a narrow gauge, but it's like I think it's 2 feet 6 inches, or 2 feet 8 inches, something like that. It's the only road that doesn't run on a 3-foot gauge.
Oh, Tokyo. Theirs are a 2 foot.
Oh, is it 2 foot? I thought it was 2 foot 6.
Is it like a bullet train that goes around the park?
No, it's a regular steam engine.
Yeah, theirs is extra tiny because they have a smaller area to work with, and then it has to make tighter turns because it's got a smaller area to kind of zigzag around. That one's kind of a good, you get kind of good views from there, but it's very limited.
I think we've done that one, right? Haven't we? The Tokyo
You did.
Disneyland?
You did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You watched my version.
Yeah, right.
It seems like such a skinny track. Like you have to go slower, otherwise you'd tip over.
Well, they slope the track, so it's not like you don't have to go. You don't have to turn like that. You don't have to turn that slow. So.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't have a question for Alex, but I think I'll wait until afterwards now.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Do you want to get into the ride?
Sure. Let's go watch it.
Let's go.
So, and this is from Sammy, right? From Middle Age Magic.
She videoed it last year. When did she do it? It was either April or June. Looking at the clothing people are wearing, I'm guessing April.
Does it also have a narration, kind of like Disneyland?
Yes.
Yeah, as I said, I cannot remember the last time I rode this train.
have a narration. What
you've got Sam narrating currently.
Yeah,
I think I rode it the first time. I don't remember riding after that.
I think the last time we rode it together, there wasn't any other stations open other than Main Street, so it was basically do a loop of the park.
Whenever they close it, I remember when they closed it for their Star Wars expansion in Tomorrowland, or not Discoveryland. They cut narration as well.
There is a bit of narration. It's all in French, except for
you can barely hear it, but we wouldn't understand it.
Oh well, you guys have the
Grand Canyon.
Yeah, they have a Grand Canyon.
Yeah. Well, you're going fast to this thing.
Yeah, don't hang about.
It's almost like double the speed.
Well, this is the speed of the train.
So they have the Grand Canyon,
and
but
that's it.
Dino?
No doubt.
Yeah, there's no primeval.
Oh
wall.
no.
Yeah, Disneyland Paris has the Grand Canyon. Tokyo Disneyland has Primeval World, and Disneyland Park has both.
Oh wow. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's
a cool view.
Yeah.
Very. And yeah, Shazz's commentary on the time of year is consistently accurate. If you're looking at the foliage on the trees, it's early spring.
Trust you to pick that out. The Phantom Manor's on the right because we're coming around the backside of Big Thunder.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to get a sneak peek of Phantom Manor, right?
That's on the right as we've gone past it.
Right.
Now it's covered in tree and you won't see it.
It's
Oh,
cool.
I
You
had a bit of English.
just see Big Thunder throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because basically it just kind of goes around, that part of the river, so you just get like a good view of Big Thunder from quite a few
Now
angles.
we're going to hit trees.
Well, it was nice to get that shot of Molly Brown too. On
Yeah.
the rivers of the far
Is that
west.
what's?
Yeah, that's what she's named, Steve.
Yeah.
Wow. Did somebody fast forward?
Yeah, that's what it going fast. Yeah, there's a lot of trees in this one too.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at here?
And then this is the lumber company or the
We're in Frontierland.
Frontierland
Okay.
Station.
Boy, that
I'm
train
surprised
like
it's
quick.
going to stop
Oh,
at.
yeah.
Currently, it doesn't stop at Frontierland.
And this is the Frontierland station that we've stopped at.
It's almost like she's here with us.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about.
Well, she originally videoed it for Steve to watch because we were talking about when you did the 2 railway.
I think at the moment
okay.
this is the only
And I still haven't
other station
until now.
apart from the main street station that's open.
So we'll
Main
go
Street
through the other
Station.
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in a London accent that she does.
Hey, Shazz, do we
Yep.
know, does the firefighting apparatus work?
Just the what, sorry?
That firefighting apparatus we're seeing in the shot, does it actually
Does it
physically
work?
work?
I would like to say no.
Okay. It's
It
a
might
nice
have done
prompt,
once, but it's DLP, so if it did work, it's probably broken.
They haven't taken care of it in 20
As there are
years. So
4
But yeah,
stations
they
on the
haven't
loop.
taken care of it in
You've
20 years.
got the Main Street Depot, Frontierland Thundermesser. You've then got the Fantasyland station and Discoveryland that's behind Star Tours. I said at the moment there's only the Main Street Depot and the Frontierland Thundermesser.
make sure she never narrates.
She doesn't do any
I think
narration
we haven't
normally.
been over for ages, so I don't know.
If there's any
what's
video
going on
narration
there.
that does, I have to do it. She always sounds, what's the right word? Bored?
Boards.
No.
monotone.
No, there are times that Shazz's, that Sammy's voice gets very, very elevated, but it's rare. You just have to be there for it. I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen it twice.
in the video we mentioned the word whip, but
Yeah.
right now it's not there.
It's a shame that it's not going to stop at Fantasyland because it stops above the Fantasyland Theatre, which is where Mickey Mouse meets, which is lovingly known as Mickey Mouse's house now.
So what is that building right here?
What is that building right there?
It looks like a
His
barn.
butter shed.
It's a shed.
It's the
Yeah,
Haunted
it is.
Mansion shed.
That's around the other side.
That's their version of the shop that's in outside of Haunted Mansion
At
Disneyland.
least it's in the back.
Yeah.
Hello, folks. Welcome
Hello,
aboard.
folks.
For your safety, please stay
That's English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hardly.
It never used to be in English. It used to always be all in French.
Which surprised me, to
Progress.
be fair, because I was going to say most of it be dual language, really, shouldn't it? Because it's
Until
but it's
Disney
Paris.
took the park back, practically everything was French only.
yeah.
Star Tours is still only French. You never get an English one, ever.
Well,
I think in the 14 years we've been going to DLP, we've had Star Tours in English once.
wow.
What about the muffins? Are those English?
Oh, you funny.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that, is it? I see.
Like, well, you can just
But
jump
are-
off the train and hide
But are
in
they
the
fork split? Can you split them with a fork?
Yeah, but you've got to get out the stupid little chairs first if you're going to do that. I'd never get my leg over to
Oh,
jump.
there's a
There's
Jeep
a
right there
Jeep.
for us.
Yeah, see, I could take the Jeep, go somewhere.
There you
off
go.
road.
That is That isn't a real size Jeep either. That's a Shazz size Jeep.
So what was that? Was that the
Is this like the
decorations
jungle?
they have back there?
Yeah, we're in Adventureland right now. You hear the pirates
Can you
music?
not tell
Yeah,
from
the
the
pirates.
music?
Steve, you look so confused.
Yeah. Like, what are we looking at?
We're on the
It's trees.
outside of the
Are we
room.
sure we're not over at Walt Disney World?
You know, honestly, if the camera was facing towards the front of the train, I feel like the view that way is even better because things make more sense that way. We're looking backwards at places we've been, so it's kind of, you know, it kind of looks a bit confusing that way.
Alex is trying to sex it up. It really doesn't look that great forward.
I think it's actually a nice ride.
It is a nice ride. We usually ride it when we want to just take a whip round the park, have a sit down.
You go in a cave?
Yeah, what is this?
Or in a tunnel?
This is Pirates of the Caribbean, the interior.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, no
you go
way.
inside pirates. That's cool.
That's cool.
But it's so dark. If Chris's camera was here, we'd be great. But because it's so dark, you can't really see anything.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, after this version, I say we watch the one that was sent in the chat because I think that one's a good version too, and I think it will sex it up a bit better. So,
so this bit we're coming through and not stopping now is the Fantasyland
Right.
station.
I Kelly in the parks.
And this
now I have a question.
It's so interesting.
I
to see
often
how
see in videos that Fantasyland Station, they don't stop there, and yet there's no construction walls or anything. Is there any reason why they just...
They stopped after it reopened when it did the refurb. It's not really stopped at Fantasyland. So since reopening after COVID, it's never stopped when we've ever been at Fantasyland. I don't know whether they do it at times in the summer.
This is a cool view here.
I can't remember it being open.
Yeah, Kelly, we've done other Disney railroads, and it's Walt Disney World is the worst. This may be like, yeah.
This is Zach's favourite because this is the Alice in Wonderland maze.
Oh yeah.
There's a guy popping up there.
Is the BMX Spectacular right around here now?
Oh no!
In the other part.
In
the other part.
I was going to mention it.
Then we come past the old mill that used to be a ride and now is.
Oh, that's
now
cool.
Yeah, they used to have like little buckets on there.
Oh, cool.
Now they just make cheese.
Yeah.
Now it's like a coffee shop.
Oh, and this is
Dutch Brothers Coffee. Exactly.
Yeah, Dutch Brothers. There you go.
Small World.
Oh, that's Small
It
World.
goes around the
That's
back
cool.
of Small World.
Oh yeah, because you were saying your Small World is also outside. Oh, the boats are different.
Yeah.
The small that Disneyland Paris has the same colorful boats we used to have back in, you know,
in the 80s.
Back in like, yeah, from before the early 2000s all the way back. So
This is Discovery, where dreams of the future.
Discovery. What is it called? Discovery what?
Discoveryland. We're heading for
Discoveryland. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the coolest, like, Tomorrowland, I think, of all the parks.
It's also the bloody smallest one, Zach. It's tiny.
Well, it
You haven't
is.
been to
Well,
Tokyo
yeah.
yet.
Which is a
You
shame.
haven't
No, I
because
haven't
it
been to
is
Tokyo yet. No.
You'll be all right.
so good.
Yeah.
It's my favourite part, other than, you know, pirates. It's
Yeah.
This is my favourite part of the park.
Yeah, I love Tomorrowland. It's always one of my favorites.
That's too bad they don't stop at multiple places like Disneyland or some of the other.
Yeah.
There's only two.
They didn't do that either.
We've got 4 stations,
Yeah.
but it only stops at 2 of them, which is annoying.
There definitely is a lot more to look at on this than
A lot more.
Disney World has. Big
Thanks.
Thunder and the new part where Tron is, but that's about
So
it.
that's Star Tours or the entrance to Star Tours on the right. This used to be our shop, but is now the Darth Vader meet and greet.
Oh, that's cool.
And the exit used to be outside Star Tours is on the roof now, which is really cool.
And that's Space Mountain, right?
Yeah.
And that's Space
Right.
Mountain, yeah.
Kenny just chimed in.
Hey,
hi.
Kenny.
Yeah, for when we get around the other side, we'll be able to see the cannon that doesn't work.
Safe flight, Skinny.
Yeah.
The cannon.
You can't wait for pictures from Universal.
I will say the gardens at Disneyland Paris are so beautiful. I mean,
it's definitely, I think, the prettiest of the Magic Kingdom style castle parks, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Although I moan about it a lot, I do love it. If I didn't love it,
I mean,
Yeah.
there's things that don't work. There's things that are, neglected. But I think that Disneyland Paris is the most beautiful Disneyland park. Even though Disneyland California is my favorite, I have to admit the Disneyland Paris park, in terms of taking photographs and things, is the most photogenic park of them all.
Yeah.
It looks pretty when you go through the overview of looking at it and stuff. So
Except for today.
except for today. Oh, yeah.
Except for today, yeah.
Closed off. I do love the castle, especially how it looks with the going in the underground and all that.
Are we winding back up to where we started?
Yep.
Is it Main
Street Station.
Is it also the Main Street Station for them as well? Yeah.
Yeah, you come in under it like you do with the other parts. The bits that are trees are just like boring crap, but the in-between bits are really nice. It just would be nice if it was like some kind of happy medium where it was kind of okay the whole way around.
I did notice you're like right next to a berm or the trees, and you wouldn't have enough room to like put a lot of stuff there anyway.
No, which is not dumb. That's the wrong word. But there's still so much space at Paris. When they bought the park and they built the Disneyland park to begin with, they had a lot of space. They could have spread it out more, but they chose not to.
That guy looked like a Harry Potter guy.
That's a
I
tree.
thought he looked like a French railway employee circa 1915. But yeah.
Hey, Jason, while we talk, could you play the other one that was linked in the chat?
Yeah. Give me one. There's something I wanted to go back and take a look at.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Let me ask you the question I wanted to ask, though.
Oh, sure.
We were talking about these empty spaces. We've asked the other people before, though. But what would you do? Like, what stuff would you put in these empty spaces?
Was that question for me?
Yeah, like
yeah.
animatronics or different scenes. Like, what would you?
Yeah. So instead of looking at trees all the time, like how they actually put a Jeep there for you to look at. So stuff like that.
What's funny is you look at some of the older videos. There was a lot more trackside decorations way back when, and they've all rotted to the point where some of them are now completely overgrown by plants. So some of them are like still in there. Like. I don't know if you noticed, but by Frontierland, as you're going through, there was a Conestoga wagon, but it's almost unnoticeable because it's blended in with the trees, and the canvas has completely rotted away, so there's no canvas anymore.
Wow.
So
I didn't even see that.
Yeah. So certain things are just not noticeable anymore. But I mean, if it were up to me, I would definitely put more trackside decorations. There are things you can do, like in Adventureland. You could put like a little bamboo hut with, a thatched roof and stuff like that, light it up at night so you can see kind of like a, like torch lit, that kind of thing. Just little decorations here and there. I think it would be really neat to see more, I don't know, a lot more like natural, like kind of scenery. Like when you go through the Frontierland section, there is a section where there's just a lot of trees. It'd be kind of cool if they built maybe a cave and you can kind of see some, lit up rock work, kind of, a la the Rainbow Caverns and stuff like that. And then
it's supposed to be a mining town. It would make sense for them to put something in that looks like that.
That definitely makes sense.
And like Kenny's saying here,
think that in the Frontierland section as well, there's an area where there's supposed to be geysers, or as you would say in the UK, geezers.
Old men.
Yeah, no, okay.
Well, there was a geyser that we saw when we were going around, right?
There was one, but I could have sworn there used to be like a lot of them. Yeah. So, the decorations around the park have just suffered from neglect, and only parts of them work now. And so there's things like that I'm kind of like, but I mean, if you watch the other video, because the other video, he's facing forward and you see more of a view. So when you go through like Fantasyland, for instance, there's a part where you're on the train and you can see this wide sweeping view of the track in front of you, gardens, the whole Fantasyland stretching out before you. And the only other place I can compare that view to, like at Disneyland California, would be when you're about to pass through It's a Small World on the train. You get a view all the way up to Matterhorn. Yeah. But even then, it doesn't compare to the one at Disneyland Paris, the view. So there's things like that there's these little moments where you can see these grand vistas. But in this video that we just watched, it was very zoomed in, and you were only seeing one area at a time. And so I think it gave us a smaller view of what really you can see on that train. But yeah.
What time of year was the other one done at? Do you know? Can you remember? Was it summer?
What?
Oh, yeah. The one we're about to see is summertime.
Right, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted... I don't know. I mean, I have no idea who this was, but there's a character that pops up right here.
There is?
Yep.
Oh,
what is it?
Oh, that's the Queen of Hearts, isn't it?
No, I think it's Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Go back a bit, Joe.
It looked like a clown.
Wait, sorry.
It was the Queen of Hearts going like this.
Is it?
I'm looking. We went through there not that long ago.
For your safety, please stay seated. Keeping your hands and arms inside the train.
So she's turning.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah. It's like off with their head.
Yeah. There's lots of those that pop up as you're going around the maze. Zack would love it because he loves Alice.
Yeah, I kind of glanced at it and I was like, wait, what was that? But I didn't want to stop at mid.
And that little turret castle, you can walk to the top of it. And if you look at it from a certain angle, you can see the hidden Mickey on the top of Space Mountain. But everybody goes up there to do that. And they don't stop people going up there. So it ends up with this like mass crush of people trying to get to the top. And the staircase is one person wide. And there's one way up.
Wow.
It's L.
Yeah, no thanks.
That sounds funny.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it.
I would throw everybody off.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch this other one.
All right, cool. DLP, welcome.
If we're really lucky, they only had 2 stations as well. I was going to say we might stop at another station.
That's a lot of stairs you got to climb.
Yeah.
I think their Main Street station is really beautiful.
It's.
You can stand up here and watch the nighttime show.
Yeah, that's like ours. Or ours, I always say.
So you can see the cars.
Yeah, Kenny.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's what they look like. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they have even the Clara Story roofs, just like the old Retlaw 1 cars had.
Oh, right. Wow.
Depending on how busy it is and what time of year it is, as Kris said, they force you into a carriage. You can't choose where you're going to sit. You end up shoved in with people.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, now he's letting you pick which one you're going to, but when it's busy, they'll go, you go in this carriage, you go in this carriage, so you could end up sitting with weirdos, basically.
Oh, wow, I would hate that. I can't stand sitting near people that I'm like, okay, that's not someone I want to sit next to.
Or like a screaming little kid or something.
Yeah.
I was sitting on Disneyland Railroad once, and this guy was right next to me. He was giving me the death stare the whole time. There was something not right with that guy. I felt so scared. I was like, okay, I'm getting off the train now.
Yeah.
You find that sometimes there's loads of space, but the person who sits next to you is like practically sat on your lap. It's like you couldn't get any closer to me. You'd be in my pocket. Just please move over.
The seat there is kind of weird too, because like you can bump knees and everything.
Oh,
there's no personal space not existing.
It's not good for us taller people.
I like how they had the stained glass windows on.
Yeah. It's really pretty. I remember when Kris was filming live over here, and he went through the hotel and came out, and you saw the what do you call it? The station.
It's funny. I don't get bored by looking at scenery of trees. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I moved to Oregon is to be near nature.
I think it's because you were at a theme park, so you expect to see stuff. You know, if this was like a nature train ride,
I mean, even Disneyland has a few spots like that, but
yeah,
I don't mind it as much on this one. But Disney World has nothing.
Yeah, Disney World is pretty boring.
It would have been better if they had like the alligators crawling around. Give us something.
They have a few.
Yeah. This is cool that you guys have this.
Yeah. Their Grand Canyon though is not as long as ours.
No, and they don't have the lightning bolt.
Yeah, we do.
Do they? Oh, you do?
Yeah, that's probably the same. It's just we couldn't see them.
They don't have the same music as we do.
Well, they did at the beginning when you first went into it, but now it's transitioning to the exterior music.
Phantom Manor is on your right, Lewis.
That's like the dead end of.
Yeah, it's that building on the right-hand side. Can't really see because he's not turned around.
Yeah. Oh, there's that wagon.
Yeah, look, very small.
This is the views I always like, seeing the train go around. Being in the last car. There's a moose.
Yeah.
It's like when we go to Disneyland, always when we sat in the caboose, the views.
Yeah. I would always sit in the caboose just because I like the views of seeing the whole train kind of stinking around the landscape.
Yeah.
Quite a long train as well.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh no.
Oh no, it's buffering.
How am I buffering when I'm live streaming?
I know.
YouTube.
Getty's like Magic Kingdom got ripped off.
You can hear the train doing this kind of occasional hissing.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That's their air compressor, which is leaking. So you can actually hear the compressor just constantly going because it's trying to keep up with the air brake pressure.
Wow. Yeah, because was it on Chris's video or something? Remember we were watching or listening to it and it was making that weird hiss noise. Like, what is that?
Yeah, it's the steam from the air compressor trying to continuously operate, but it leaks steam.
This depot looks similar to Disneyland.
Yeah. We're a copy of Disneyland mostly, with a French key.
We don't have moss on our roof.
No. Thunder Mesa.
Too dry in Southern California for moss.
Yeah. Like, Kris, is this real?
Oh, yeah.
When we were at Enchanted Forest.
Yeah, Kris came to visit me in Oregon, and so did Steve. And Kris saw this moss-covered rock, and he's like, "Is this real?" And he touched it. It's like, of course it's real. Real Moss, but he's from Southern California, so he's just like he's never seen it before.
It was really funny. Hopefully he'll be back. Join us.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that barn again.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what that is.
Welcome aboard.
Is it restrooms or?
I'm gonna have the map up.
I think it might be
after this, so you
restrooms.
can take a look
Inside the
at
train.
Because
everything.
that's them part of the park, so you don't walk any further.
Because the only reason I would think that they wouldn't have any windows on a building like that is because it's restrooms.
Yeah.
And they have this fake track switch here, which I think is pretty cool. It's a detail they didn't need to put in, but they have it.
I mean, it's cool. Like extra theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the parade route or something?
I don't know what this is. I guess just a castle little walkway.
Yeah, it all comes back here. Nothing.
I've run through it on a Disney run before, I know that way.
But I mean, you can't, like, there's nothing on the other side of the track. Why would that come out that way?
Yeah.
See that ancient temple in the distance?
This is Adventureland, but the only tropical like plants they have is the bamboo. So
Yeah.
Warm would grow here. It's either wet or cold.
Yeah, there's nothing tropical about Paris.
Except for the 3 times when we have a heat wave. It's like 40 degrees.
Lewis, we
centigrade.
can't hear you.
now we're getting close to entering Pirates.
Yeah. It's pretty cool that when we did the Where Are We for Pirates at Disneyland Paris, I didn't know it was 3 levels.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It
3
was
levels.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know. So when we were making that, it's like, wait, there's a 3rd level?
This
Yep.
area seems a little weird.
Yeah, there's like nothing here. There should be
It's like
something here.
Cleaned
Well, you
up
know what,
and
they-
nothing.
That
Oh,
they
look,
carved
trees.
that out pretty recently because this was all overgrown. So
Oh, maybe they're doing something there.
yeah.
I was just thinking about what you were saying, Alex. It's like a mining town. I expect to see the big gears and stuff like we have at our Big Thunder Mountain
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah. I mean, you go in this cave and then you see walls kind of like a old Spanish fort. I don't know, I kind of like how this is laid out.
We're going into Pirates?
Yeah. I think we're about to pass
Oh,
by
there we
there's the windows into Pirates.
Oh, that's cool.
That's Barbosa at the end. Globe. Really cool.
And then when you're on the ride, can you hear the train or
No.
see the train? No. That's neat.
It's very cool.
No, smoke it there.
Yeah. And this is the Fantasyland station?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that building in the front there that joins onto it
Yeah.
is where you meet Mickey.
Oh,
Okay.
But it, Kenny's night. Still a lot of boring spots.
Yeah, but it's
Now,
better than Disney
this is one
World.
of my favorite places
Oh,
in the
this
park.
is
This
cool.
is where you can see the open view of
Yeah.
everything.
nouveaux passagers. Pendant le trajet, veuillez rester assis et garder bras et mains à l'intérieur. Et s'il vous plaît,
Yeah, this is
veuillez ne pas fumer. Merci.
just
For your safety, please stay seated. while
Yeah, you can see how big the castle
keeping your hands and arms inside the train.
Yeah.
A full-size castle.
so. What you're going under the train? What's on the other side?
The
It's-
other side
it's
of that
Storybook
is
Land.
Storybook Hope and Casey Jr.
Oh, that's cool.
Their Casey Jr. is kind of cool too because it's like a mix between a roller coaster and a
Oh, wow.
kind of powered
It's
ride.
cool.
So
Casey Jr. Especially if you go in the back, you can sit right.
This is neat. I've never seen this small world before like this. All covered.
Traversons maintenant ce small world qui célèbre les enfants du monde entier.
What is in that water? Is it like leaves or something?
Just below, the happiest cruise
What?
The water, like they had 30 spots. Is that leaves?
Yeah, it could be leaves, could be dirt, could even be coins.
Yeah, it's
Breaking
probably
off a
coins. People throw coins in there and they like track, get them out every now and then.
This section's pretty with the
Anybody
real-
who or at Disneyland Paris ends up with coins in it.
I
Man,
agree.
everybody's hating on the Magic Kingdom
Yeah.
Railroad.
This is Discovery Land, where dreams of the future
Discovery.
are as limitless as
I just remember that announcer on the Disney World one kept being all like excited, and we're just like,
Yeah.
what is he
There's
talking
like
about?
nothing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks cool.
I really hope when they expand this area, because they're going to go back past the station, that they don't take away the look and feel of it, because the whole Jules Verne steampunk thing is what really makes it.
Yeah, they didn't work out very good at Disneyland.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, when they tried to make ours a Jules Verne themed, it
That
was
was
so
horrible.
it was awful.
Oh,
Space
no,
Mountain
we-
looked like a dirty penny. It was just
Yeah.
awful.
yeah. I mean, look at the way that one's painted. It's nothing like the one that they did.
No.
No, yeah, that one is very creative.
When I went to Disneyland, when Tomorrowland was like that, I avoided Tomorrowland. How bad it was. And I love Tomorrowland.
So we won't see
Yes.
it because of the trees, but the other side of that part, I'm pointing at the screen, the other side of that's the Space Mountain exit. The other side of that is
Oh.
our Nautilus walkthrough,
Oh yeah.
which is cool.
You have a Nautilus walkthrough?
Yeah. It's a Nautilus
wow.
under the thing, and you walk through it, and it's got the story of Nemo, and then you sit down, and then it shows you stuff about things going under the ocean. There used to be a giant squid that attacked the sub, but it doesn't do it anymore.
I thought they were gonna fix that at one point.
No, they took it away.
Oh.
But it's still cool. I really hope they don't. I was worried they were going to close it, but
They have the piano in there still, the organ,
yeah.
the real ones that are Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, and the dining room.
The crappy Pizza
There's a
Planet
ballroom.
restaurant is in this kind of area as well. The one that was never open because the pizzas tasted like the cardboard box they came with.
That's Pizza
What
Planet.
food doesn't suck over there?
No,
Yeah.
it's never open. It's never open. No, I don't know what they're going to do with it. I think they're going to make it part of the expansion when they build more stuff.
Keeping your hands and arms
That'd be,
inside the train. And no smoking.
Does this park get busy? Like, you'd wonder why so much stuff is neglected if it's.
Leave ram jams. The reason they did nothing with it for so long was because it was owned by a Saudi prince. He basically did not spend any money at all on repairs for the 25 years practically that he owned it. They've been playing catch up since they bought it back.
Wow.
I mean, literally, the castle was falling apart. There was chunks falling off it. It was that bad.
It's almost like Alex's video with the medal. And the
Oh.
next day,
So,
that's cool.
yeah, so I have really bad luck, and I had to stop making Disney ride videos because every time I put one out, there would be a huge accident. Something would happen afterwards with the ride that was featured in my video.
Yep.
And I remember when I put out the Matterhorn video, right the next day, a huge chunk of concrete fell off the Matterhorn, the size of a door.
Yeah.
My
And
gosh.
I had to shut the mountain down for several months. And when I did my Jungle Cruise video, you know, they had Jungle Cruise boats in Walt Disney World that were sinking into the water. You know, I I mean, you name it. Like if you name almost any of the most famous like ride disasters of the last like 6 years or so, my video usually preceded that.
I'm really pleased that they're making the investment in the park now, but
Yeah.
it's so full of construction. It's crazy. Like at the moment, Sam says as soon as you walk in underneath the station, she sent a picture earlier.
Oh yeah, that wall.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but they're spending money on it. That's good because it needs it. Because it's so pretty.
Yeah.
And as much as we moan about it being not as good as the American parks, we're lucky we've got it. So I shouldn't whinge.
Yeah.
You guys are getting a Universal Park though.
Huh?
You guys are getting a Universal Park, I heard.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
There's your wall.
This is the park today.
Yeah. So as soon as you walk in, you see that. Yeah.
That's
Looks
the
like my
Disneyland
backyard.
Hotel in front of you, which is the park entrance, and that's what you see. Nice, huh?
Yeah.
Where's nice wall?
You want to go see the map of what we were doing?
Yeah, share the map.
All right.
Yay, Google Maps.
Yay, it returns.
It's been, I don't know, at least 3 days since we looked at a Google Map.
Yeah. So here's the park. And here's the hotel. And you walk through the hotel and you come out on here. So I remember watching Chris's live stream when he had it and he was walking through here. And then you see the Main Street station and the locomotive. So we go. I don't want to move too quick because
that building, that weird looking building
this
there.
one?
Yeah, that's Phantom Manor.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because here's Phantom Manor right here.
Mm-hmm.
So we turn.
Ah, cool.
So that's the ride screen. That's the show building.
Yeah, show building. Okay, that's cool.
And the rectangular building behind it is their.
That's the diorama, right?
Yeah,
that's cool. That's neat that they have it like right there.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So then you come around here. Here's that beach. The nude beach is right here. Come around. Oh, wait, where is that shack thing? Oh, here's Frontierland Station, right?
Yeah.
So this is that area that we were wondering what that was.
I'll zoom in. They're definitely restrooms. They've got to be.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on, where are we? Frontierland Station. What's that then?
Well, it looks like everything's closed off over here.
Hang on, I'm gonna break my
These
glasses.
pictures are probably taken before the park opened in the morning.
Yeah. Is there no?
What show building is that?
There it is. So it looks like the trading post.
Yeah.
Which is never open, and they're restrooms.
Wow. Yeah, because here's the Frontierland Station. So this is never open?
No. There's loads of bits in Disneyland Paris that are there but never seem to be open, which is unfortunate.
Oh, this is what you're talking about, right, Alex? This bypass rail?
Yeah, that's it's what do you call it?
What's it called?
A siding is what we would call it, a siding, and it has a fake switch that switches from the main line to the siding.
If you go back a little bit, isn't there like a building right there? What is that?
Yeah, that's the station.
Oh, that's the station. Okay.
Yeah. It ends like right here at the station. It's like
it looks like it can come out of there, but like how Big Thunder Mountain is. Yeah.
On a railroad, how it would work is that siding would be for freight, and then they would allow the passenger service to stay on the main line going through. Because freight, they need to stop and load things up. It takes longer than passenger service.
And then the engine would come up here and then back up and connect.
Yeah.
So right there is that
backing up on the railway.
Is that the path
road?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is that road. So this is a backstage road because look at all the cars back here.
Okay.
Yeah, we've run along there when we've done a Disney run in and out of the park.
Yeah, I was thinking that it looked like it was customer.
Because that goes out onto the back road,
street.
like the loading area.
Now that rectangular building on the left, that big building is their engine and car barn for the railroad.
Oh yeah, because here's the tracks.
Oh, cool.
So they can store the entire length of the train in there. I think they have.
Hey, look, there's a Mike Fink boat there.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know it was back here. Their roundhouse that's square.
Oh, look, there's Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's why there's so many bushes over here to hide this.
That.
So then we come around the corner, and then we're coming into Pirates, right?
Yeah.
Pirates.
Which looks amazingly fort-like from the front, but like a big.
Yeah, in the front looks really cool.
The bit where it goes up the climb is where the two buildings link together.
Yeah, right here. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you're up here on the third floor, and then you drop, and then you go around, and you drop again.
Yeah.
I remember.
Well done.
from our where are we? This is neat. This is that Fantasyland you were talking about. This view.
Oh yeah.
We actually have quite a lot of rides packed into it. I mean, it's quite big.
You do.
Not compared to Disneyland. Disneyland's obviously got a ridiculous amount of rides, but
yeah,
we've got a few.
That's neat. That's on. You have it on both sides of the train.
Yeah, because Casey Jr. goes around the edge of the storybooks like it does.
I see it.
But it's not quite a coaster, but it's also a bit more than a train.
It's a little faster than ours, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cute. Sam and I rode it the last time we went together just because we needed to. The kids used to love it when they were small.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Disneyland Paris's Casey Jr. is closer to the way Walt envisioned Casey Jr.'s train.
Right. I remember was it on your video, I think, when you were talking about Casey Jr. and how he envisioned it as kind of like a kiddie roller coaster, but with a train, and it
was meant to weave through the landscape, and it was meant to be very cartoony the way it moved. But the problem was that they just didn't have the technology to make it that way. It had to either be a train or be a roller coaster. It couldn't be either one. It couldn't be like both. I mean,
yeah.
So they had issues with that, and we have this on ours. We have a big hill that it goes up, and that one, yeah, that was supposed to be an interesting thing because it was supposed to be that our train would power up the hill and then go down. And it was supposed to be very smooth. It just whoop and down like a roller coaster.
Right.
But the engine wasn't strong enough to pull it. It didn't have enough adhesion to the rails, and so they used a chain lift, which slowed it down. So it didn't work. Ever since it's been like that,
Wow.
So the music is very fitting.
Yeah.
We played ours does exactly the same. So it does when we're going up the lift, it does exactly the same.
Yeah.
Where's your lift over here? Like right here?
So you load here. Where am I?
So you load back here?
Load back here, and it goes out, and it huffs and puffs up this first bend. No, it goes the other way.
Oh, it goes this way.
Yeah, it goes that way around.
Yeah. And it comes up.
Yeah, and he huffs and puffs around the first bend, and then shoots off.
Funny.
Shoots off. He pootles off around the storybooks. It's really cute. We should do it as a ride-through one day.
That'd be fun. Yeah, because Chris Provost, he picked Casey Jr. from Disneyland when we did a ride-through. So that was fun doing that.
It's good if you get the back car as well, because you can go backwards and you see everything.
That's what I like doing on Casey.
I always ask to sit at the back when I go on it.
Yeah. So Okay, now we're going through Discovery Land.
You guys do have an awful lot of trees in between stuff.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because it has hide things.
Right.
I mean, there is a walkway between Discovery Land. If you reverse a bit, Steve. So here, this pathway here with this gate, that just there.
Yeah, right here.
When it's busy, that's open, so you don't have to break all the way back through to get into Discovery
Oh,
Land.
that's good. Yeah,
This
yeah.
gateway. So we could, when it's busy, we literally jump from Pirates of the Caribbean and leg it across and go to Star Tours. We just go.
Yeah.
then-
Why would they only do that when it's busy though? Why not just leave it open?
Because they don't. They only ever have when it's not busy.
It's a
When
shortcut.
it's not,
You can walk through
when
that.
it's not as
Yeah.
busy, they have character meets in that dead end. So Geppetto and Pinocchio will meet out there.
Wait.
Oh, over here.
At that dead end, yeah. The Tweedledum and Tweedledee will meet out there. So they'll have a.
You have to go down a dark alley just to meet with your favorite characters.
And it happens to be Pinocchio.
Not always Pinocchio, though.
No, it's Geppetto.
Geppetto, yeah. I know, I was going to say, Jason's laughing. That means he's taking the Mickey out of my accent again. Just for a change.
Maybe I'm putting the Mickey in. It's just
Oh, okay.
not the right.
Oh, look, there's Alex, you can see it.
This is that Nautilus thing you're
Yeah.
talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. Hardly anyone ever goes in it. It's a total, like, little gem.
Yeah, I never even knew that there was an attraction in there. That's why I was so surprised. I just didn't know.
Most people think it's just there to look at, but that little sort of round
This thing, right? The hut.
got spiral stair. There is a lift as well, sorry, an elevator. But people
You actually go in it?
There is yeah, you go in it, and it looks like you go just in there, but it's got a massive show building underneath that's like.
Oh,
It's like
wow.
you go in, and basically underneath the water is full of cool stuff. It's really good.
Le Mysteries del Nautilus.
I've seen a
pretty
video
sure
of it. I think Justin
yeah.
did it or something.
There is some videos of it. It's cool. It's really cool. That crappy Pizza Planet's hidden by these trees somewhere.
Yeah, we don't need to see that.
Because when they're doing the expansion, they're going to go to the left-hand side of the railway. So that car park and these office buildings that you've just zoomed past are going to go.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The last
Are
time
you
I was
doing-
in Paris, I remember the Pizza Planet being like extremely good with like the Rex slide and everything. Like that was.
It's
it was like
because
the
you were
top.
about 6, Zack, when you
I
went
was
on.
about 6. Yeah, I was. So-
You keep saying the expansion. Is that the Lion King thing and all that, or is that
No. They're going to expand.
Adventure World.
Oh,
No, this is the Discovery Land expansion that they're going to do at some point when the rest of that stuff is done.
And what is
okay.
going in there?
Don't know.
this area right here.
Potentially
Is it
something
Tron?
on Star Wars related. Well, because they
Oh.
took away our Galaxy's Edge, there's the rumor is they're going to put a Cosmic Rewind style coaster in there, but
Oh.
based around the Mandalorian.
Well, that'd be cool.
That's the rumor.
Oh yeah. I remember you saying actually. Yeah.
Because there's not enough room to build a lot of other stuff, but there would be enough room to put that in. And the people are kicking off about the fact they took Galaxy's Edge away and they've put the crappy Frozen Land and the Lion King, which may not go ahead again now. Some bright spark has realised that water rides outdoors in Paris aren't going to work.
Yeah, because it'd have to be seasonal, wouldn't they? It wouldn't be. Couldn't have them open year round.
Oh,
Well, the
Kenny's-
reason we have got no water rides is because, I mean, at the moment, everything's frozen out there. Like, literally.
Oh yeah.
Have a good trip, Kenny.
Oh, yeah, he's gone. Oh, he's getting on a plane.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. I've never seen it, so seeing 2 different versions of it.
Yeah. No, I definitely like it. It wasn't anywhere near as bad as Magic Kingdom.
There you go, Lewis. So we've done Disneyland, we've done Magic Kingdom, we've done, I believe, Hong Kong. I think the
Hang on.
railroad.
Hong Kong was short.
It
Shanghai
was
didn't
like a
have one.
small, yeah. It was long, but it was short.
It had one stop, right? That was
because it goes around like Adventureland or something like that. And then there's
the short one at
Tokyo.
Yeah. Is that all the railways now then?
I think so, right? Is that right, Alex?
It sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, because Shanghai doesn't have one, does it?
No.
They hate trains.
I guess. Cool. Well, so we were thinking for our next ride through for next week, Friday. Alex, you think you can join us again maybe next week, Friday?
I can try.
Because then you can pick whatever ride you'd like.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah.
You usually let the guests pick, so
yeah. So there you go.
Oh no, you're not putting the blame on me for whatever I pick. I'd pick something very serious, very silly. I'd be like, I don't know, Pinocchio's Daring Journey.
Well, we haven't done that yet, so
no.
If you want to do that, we can do that.
That was for many years the first ride I'd ride at Disneyland every time I went. Was because when I would do vlogs at Disneyland, I would get there early in the morning. I had my routine. I would go to Red Rose Tavern to get my breakfast. And then right afterwards, it was on to Pinocchio's Daring Journey because it was empty every morning. Right. No one rode it. And I love that ride. Pinocchio is my favorite classic Disney movie. And it's sad that it doesn't get the love it deserves sometimes, but yeah.
Well, there we go. So next Friday, join us with Alex, hopefully, and we'll do Pinocchio's Daring Journey.
And if not, we'll do it without you.
Yeah, exactly.
We actually are going to be doing some movie reviews. And this month, we're going to do them in order. The classic animations plus some here and there. Obviously, Snow White's first, and second is Pinocchio. So we're going to be doing that right after that video, probably.
Nice. Yeah, there's a scene in Pinocchio that I think is really, really cool. And I don't know all the filmmaking jargon to describe it, but it's where you see it's in the rain and it's Stromboli's cart being pulled by his burros, and the cart is a model filmed in live action.
Oh,
but I believe the effect is similar to rotoscoping.
They traced over it, drew it.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool because if you really look at it, it almost looks like it's 2D CG. And you're kind of like, well, they didn't have CG back then, so how did they do that?
When I watched it the other day, I did think the horse was moving really well for an animated horse of that time, because normally the horses won't walk right.
Yeah. I remember that they ride right by Geppetto as he's yelling Pinocchio, and then the horse makes this. No, that's a lightning bolt that makes a sound and cuts him out.
Thunder, the thunder, and then you can't hear him.
Pinocchio can hear him.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that scene stuck out to me actually.
Well, let's not talk about it now because we need to save it for the movie review. Otherwise, we'll be here for another hour.
Yeah. Yeah, we're over an hour, so we're done.
Get me started on Snow White.
Okay.
Do you know what the first word was in that movie? We'll talk about it. I don't want to get to it.
Stay tuned. Cool. Well, thanks everybody and for joining us and in the chat and everything.
Yeah, it's a shame Kris couldn't come back.
Yeah.
He's on a boat in the middle of the ocean though, so
yeah.
Internet's probably a little spotty.
Yeah.
Hey, he's in the Gulf of America, isn't he?
Yes.
What ship is he on? Do we know?
I love boat.
The love boat. Yeah. The love boat.
I mean, is he on a Disney? Is he on one of the new
No.
ships?
No, he's
No.
on I believe the Royal Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's huge though, from the picture Steve sent in our chat.
What is
Yeah,
he
it's
doing? Is he going somewhere? Is he just?
He's just with a bunch of friends
Oh, okay.
hanging out. So
Yeah, I think they were visiting like a few destinations on the coast of Mexico. At least that's what he told me the other day when he was there. But
Icon of the Seas, the ship's called that he's on, according to the back end of it. Hang on, I
Yeah.
can't actually see if that's
thing
what it
is
says. I might be making that
ginormous.
up.
What did he say, Alex? It took him 3 days to go around the whole ship to go
Did he
explore and stuff.
he didn't tell me anything about the ship. Like he's been very quiet about his trip with me. So
It took him 3 days to explore the ship. Is that what you said?
Yeah, something like that. Like
Wow.
exploring all the whole ship and everything because it's so big.
That's kind of crazy.
oh wait, so if he's on Icon of the Seas, that's like Oasis of the Seas. It's the huge, really
Yeah.
big ones.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are bigger than the Disney ships, or?
Oh, they're
Look at
massive.
Oh,
the
yeah.
picture in the Discord chat, Chase. It's huge.
Well, I mean, I
It's a normal
can't hear it
ship.
unless I see the other ship next to it. Or
There is
a
one
ship
next to it.
I mean,
A normal
that's
size cruise ship is next to it, and the normal size
Yeah.
cruise ships are huge.
oh, okay, I see.
It's
I only
double the
glanced
size.
through it before. Yeah, it looks like it's twice the size almost.
Yeah,
Let's just show this since we're
it's
talking about
massive.
drag and drop.
Doesn't work. It only works if you're a host.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's massive. Look at that.
Icon of the Sea.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
Disney
sure the one on the
huge.
right is like a regular Disney size, not the super Disney ones, but the regular Disney size
Yeah.
ships.
Yeah, like Disney Wish.
And he said there was 6 water slides on that ship. Crazy.
The other Disney ships are like in between, maybe. Size.
Maybe. Yeah. Do you know who built that ship, Alex? Icon of
What?
the Seas. Do you know who built these ships?
No.
Oh, well, I don't know. You like steamship. You're not-
Yeah, you know.
You're not cruise ships.
Most
This
of
isn't the Queen Mary.
most of the
Yeah, I know.
steamship
Hotel.
companies I liked are defunct now,
Yeah,
except for Cunard.
yeah.
Oh, all right. Again, thank you guys for joining. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. Let us know how we're doing. Comment below. And we'll see you on the next one.